Damn. Okay. Why did I want to show you that? It's just so good. I love that very gesture. I often do that. Even when I don't do stretching seriously, I would just bend my head downwards and stretch my thighs. Hamstrings, yeah. Forgot that word almost. It's almost half 7:30. Okay, so I had an amazing run this morning. Although my legs did feel a little bit sore, I just know I gotta train more for this upcoming full marathon in Zhuzhou this Saturday. It's gonna be tough. It's getting so hot. And the full marathon in May. I've done it before. I have ran the Rock and Roll Seattle 2019, which was on May 9th, I think. June 9th, right. June 9th, 2019. I ran a marathon there, a full marathon. It was super tough. The course was so hilly. We ran through the first hill in Seattle, which is the most steep areas in Seattle. And I finished in 3 hours and 8 minutes. My goal was 3 hours. That was my last failed try in 2019. And I did it in December. Seattle full marathon. I ran 2 hours and 55 minutes and 23 seconds. So you gotta fail a few times before you make it. Every time you fail, you learn something from the experience. In the next time, you can prepare better. So for this Xiangtan half marathon, I learned that, again, I've learned it many times, this lesson. You gotta find your own pace after you have finalized your goal. You have to finalize your goal. What pace do you want to run? What time do you want to run? 1:30 for a half marathon? That is a pretty challenging time. Not everybody can do it. I'd say 10% of the participants can finish in that time. And I wasn't one of them. Yesterday I ran 1:37. It's not too bad. Last year I ran 1:32. The weather was similarly hot. Yeah, so let me repeat. You have to finalize a goal before, probably when you train a few months ahead, a few months in advance. You have to finalize a goal. For this marathon race, what is your goal of finishing time? For a full marathon and for a half marathon, you have to be very clear. You have to verbalize that many times. When people ask you, you be able to say it without any hesitation. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm trying to run 1:30, but I'm not sure." You can't answer like that. Okay? It matters because if you don't have a very clear goal, when the situation gets really tough and unexpected things happen, like the weather gets just so hot and you might have a poor sleep the night before, or you just felt tired for no reason, or you have a cramp. Anything could happen. And when those unexpected things happen, your mind will think differently. Your mind will just have no reason to push if there's no even a clear goal. What's the point of pushing if you don't have a goal? If you don't want to even achieve that, then why would you push yourself? You can say you enjoy pushing yourself. To what extent? Even if you're having a pain, even if the weather is terrible, even if something bothered you before the race or during the race, and that took you to a very bad place mentally, you get distracted. What are you gonna do? Even if you don't want a fast time, you have to still set a goal. You can say, I want to run a 1:40 half marathon, which is not challenging for me at all, but that's still a goal. And then you can figure out what pace you're gonna run. Every kilometer, you can break into every kilometer, right? 4:30, 4:40, right? Maybe not even that. Probably 4:50, 4 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer. And then you can run a 1:40 half marathon. You have to break it up to every kilometer. Without the total goal time, you cannot figure out what's your pace for every kilometer. Without that, you might drop a little bit and you have to catch up, right? You have to make it up. You have to break the difference. You can't just, this kilometer was probably very hilly and tough and you dropped like 30 seconds behind. In the next kilometer, you have to make up the 30 seconds difference. Otherwise, your total time will not be possibly met, because there's still so many kilometers ahead. You have to just maintain a good pace within your goal time. Okay, I hope that makes, I just feel like to talk about it. Another thing is, I noticed I've watched my old videos like that I recorded 2 years back. I feel like I have spoken much better and more frequent English back then, only because I was only talking about motivational feelings. I was a pure motivational speaker, or I wanted to just be motivating. But now I just focus on elaborating my thoughts without rushing. I wanted to slow down and be more clear with my words. Every word I have to make sure that I meant it, right? I cannot just rush to speak. Does that make sense? I don't worry about being slow. I worry about being precise and efficient, effective, and on point. And authentic, always, of course. And this is how I feel. Okay. Today is April 28th, 2024. We're going to visit some relatives in Zhuzhou. And my grandma was saying she doesn't want me to go because the relatives would certainly ask about my situation, if I got married. I mean, they absolutely know that I haven't gotten married, otherwise they would know that, right? Have I gotten a girlfriend? Have I gotten a job? What I'm doing for a living right now? Questions like that. But those are very just, understandable, and they are just imagined. They might not happen. Because I have met so many relatives in the past 3 years. I mean, I was asked these questions many, many times. I personally felt fine. I don't mind being asked these questions. I don't feel insecure, but my grandma does. She wanted me to stay at home. She doesn't want to be asked these questions and be bothered by the relatives, because she doesn't feel secure. Same as my dad. My dad says he can drive my grandparents to Zhuzhou today, but he's not going inside and meet the relatives. He's gonna just drop them off and go somewhere else, and then come to pick them up again without meeting the relatives. It's so funny, right? Yeah, but I'm going with them today. I'm gonna just film some stuff while I was there, because I think lots of interesting conversations would happen. It's gonna be valuable for me to document. Yeah, can't wait. All right, have a great day. Thanks for watching and listening. Yep, bye. Take care.